here, and this is one of those. This is a battle for the Cerebi Battle Frontier, and it's for Cerebi, so it's not like I really care, but it was a really good battle. This is against Fiction. Some of you guys may know him. He used to be on the. He's on the Uber's SPL team, and I'm really trying to get on SPL next season when it comes around. So let's see how this battle turns out. So again, it's gonna be a really good battle here, and Fiction's a really good battler himself. So he leads off with Dialog, I lead with Ho-Oh, and I know he's probably gonna want to set up the Stealth Rocks, so I'm gonna get a free sub here, which works out great for me because now I can get one free attack on just about anything. So go for this Sacred Fire, and doesn't really do any. It does like almost half, but again I don't get the what's it called burn, so it kind of sucks. But it's all good. So he's gonna switch out, go into his Jirachi. I don't know why. I mean, not like I had anything to really hit him for. I guess he wanted to switch out to get some momentum going. But it's all good. So I go into my Giratina now, just so I could take whatever this Jirachi is going to do to me. But he decides to go for the U-turn, and he's going to go right into Dialga. So that is really bad for me, because now I'm forced to switch out. However, this is a Sand team, which means I do run the Tyranitar, which means I can easily come in and tank anything this Dialga has, except for an Aura Spear, which I rarely ever see Aura Spear Dialga. So unless of course it's Choice, but this isn't Choice, so I'm not worried about that. So I take the Draco Meteor somewhat decently. I know after special defense she's going to want to switch, but Pursuit's not going to help me out much here. So I'll just go for a low kick. Alright comes Arceus, which takes 22%, 28 if you count in the sand damage, but that works out great. So he's going to switch back out. Predicting my switch into Ho-Oh, so I can take on the Arceus, but I switch into my own Grass Arceus, predicting him, so that works out great for me. So he's going to switch out back in his Jirachi, and I wanted to overpredict, I just go for the Grass Knot. Grass Knot does not do anything to Jirachi, and I do not have anything to hit it, so I have to go back into Giratina again, because I know I can take just about anything he wants to do to me here. He goes for the Wish, and I was like, okay, if he's using Wish, he's most likely going to want to pass it on to his Dialga, which of course he does in fact do, but for some reason, I think of it now I should have Dragon Tail, but I didn't in this battle, which means he gets the Wish, which, works great for him, and I can't do anything. The only thing I get is like a Will-O-Wisp on him, which doesn't help me out much at all. So I go back into my Tyranitar, because he's the only thing I have to really take on a Draco Meteor in the sand, and really after this Draco Meteor, it's going to put me down until the critical range of 21%. I have to be careful, because I need to sand up if I plan on doing anything with Tyranitar later on in the match, so he's going to go right back into Arceus, and Arceus is going to take it easily. I probably could have predicted this and went for the Ice Beam, which I do run, but I thought I would have KO'd anyway, so I go into my Excadrill now, predicting him to just go for the Recover, which works out for me, and I can go into Excadrill. And now I'm just going to get for the Rapid Spin, because I'm thinking he's probably going to think I run like the X's or something, seeing how I switched it in, but I don't. I run the Rapid Spin. I get a crit on this Kyogre, and that crit, look at that crit did 21%, and that is a lot of damage for a Rapid Spin. So I'm going to switch into Arceus. He's going to predict me and go into his own Arceus, but I do carry the Ice Beam on this. I get a crit here. I don't know if that mattered. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I don't know, but oh well, that's, the Ice Beam happens, it's part of the game. So I go back into Giratina now. Easily be able to tank anything he throws at me, but he just goes for the U-turn, which gives him momentum, as he goes right into Kyogre instead of Dialga this time. And I was like, well, okay, it's probably Kyogre, it's probably Scarf, but that Ice Beam did a lot. I mean, this is physically defensive Giratina, so it can take on Arceus better, not especially defensive. So he goes right into Terrakion, and Terrakion's going to go for that Stone Edge. It is Life Orb, but it will not KO, because again, this is physically defensive, so I can get off the rest and easily recover. But this Terrakion caused so much problems. He goes for the sub this turn, and I'm sleeping here. I get for the Sleep Talk, and I hit the Will-O-Wisp, which would have been good, but he has the sub, so he just blocks that. So I'm like, oh crap. And he gets the Sword Stance now. I'm like, oh, this is not going to end well. So he has the Sword Stance going and the thing going. So I go for the Dragon Tail, just so I can, damage the sub. But look at that. It doesn't even break the sub. It just shows you that Terrakion really, it was really bulkier than what most people think. I mean, it just took that Dragon Tail easily. So it takes 2 Dragon Tails to break it. And now I'm easily into KO range. She goes for another sub here, as I go for a Dragon Tail. But again, I do not break the sub. So that's going to suck. And he's just going to take me out here with a +2 Life Orb Stab Stone Edge, which sucks. But And now really this is in trouble here. So now I go into my grass Arceus, thinking I could outspeed it, but then after the battle I remembered this only has enough speed to outspeed positive natured Garchomp, not Terrakion. So after the battle I did in fact change the EV spread so I could outspeed Terrakion. Yeah, so now I have to go and sack out something here. I started to sack out Salamence, mostly because it probably wouldn't do much for me in the battle. So I just decided to sack that out instead, and he goes for the Stone Edge, and he will in fact hit, and that will in fact take on. So he just took out like half my team here with the Terrakion. So he goes into Kyogre, and this works out great for me as he cannot switch out again. He can't switch out thanks to what's it called, Kyogre switching in. So that's gonna, that's the Stealth Rock, and he's gonna end up dying to Sand. So this is where this battle comes back. I go into Excadrill, and this is basically going to be a good game, as he cannot stop Excadrill's rampage whatsoever, and Excadrill is going to easily sweep through the game. He goes into Thundurus here. Thundurus, really cool Pokemon. I love Thundurus, but sadly I'm going to have to kill it. Rock Slide gets an easily KO there, and that's going to take that out. So his next Pokemon, he's going to go into Dialga. Dialga will not take an Earthquake well. Despite that massive base 150 defense, this is an Excadrill. It won't be playing games, so that's going to die easily. The last Pokemon is in fact his Jirachi, and Jirachi is easily going to die to another Earthquake. And with that, that's going to end up sweeping the game for me. So, good game fiction. That Terrakion was really annoying, but thank God for getting that crit earlier on Rapid Spin, and that's how that mattered. If I didn't get that crit, then he wouldn't have been able to I wouldn't be able to get the sand up, so getting the sweep. But overall, it still was a pretty good game, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the battle. Comment, rate, subscribe, and see you guys later.